Simmons, yes, he needs to be held accountable. And why I say it is this. I judge Ben off of how he started. You averaged 16, 8, and 8 with no issues your rookie season. Then I
Right.
think he went to like 17 or something like that. The talent is there.
3
Like,
All-Star
even
games in 4 years. And
and
1
I
year he
even
didn't
look
play.
at it, yeah.
Yeah.
And even that 1 year, he didn't make the All-Star team. But I think his official rookie season, Embiid got injured, and they still finished the season good with just Ben. I even think they beat LeBron in
Yeah,
that
he got
game,
the potential, bro. I just don't know.
and they became the 3rd seed. So I actually thought that was 2018. I had actually thought they were going to go. I thought they were going to go to the finals that year. But then, like, they lost, like, so many weird games against Boston. That Boston team that didn't have Kyrie and that lost to Bron. They got down 3-0, and a lot of those games were very winnable, and they ended up losing 4-1.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's why, like, it just frustrates me with Ben Simmons, because I'm like, he has that talent to go out.
No,
Hey,
can't hear you, bro.
ironically, Ben wanted to go to Golden State, but Bob and
Oh, he
Joe
would have.
Lacob,
That would be
they were
perfect.
they were adamant about keeping their young players. I actually wanted Ben to go to Golden State because I felt like, to be honest, as good as Draymond is, I thought he would have been an upgrade.
Deon, what up? I sent you the invite, man.
What's
I
good,
always got to.
cuz? I know, go over there, cuz.
I'm in here watching.
What you watching?
One show?
Yeah, I just grabbed that the other day. And just taking it.
He
Too
ready
much
for the
stuff going on
purge.
and not to.
He ready for the purge. No, I think they would have had to trade. Trade. They would have to trade Drake.
They would have had to give up here.
Yeah, they
But
would
the
have to
way he
give
was
up.
playing last year, we was a little bit with that, huh?
Yeah, exactly. It's like the way everybody act like Ben Simmons not an all-star, man. Like, it's like, I mean, he got to be held accountable though.
And I was saying, me and Troy was frustrated with Dre last year after all them blown games.
Oh yeah, we talking about
5 by himself,
when they
Trey
lost
said.
in the play-in. I said, "Cuz like a compilation," and we're like, the Warriors lost like 5-6 games off of Draymond. Just no, I was ready. I ain't gonna lie, I was ready to kick him off the team when they played. Steph got sick.
Yeah, we
right
got to talk
before the
about the summer
Charlotte
league
game.
too.
Steph got sick right before the Charlotte game. Draymond, they're up. And this motherfucker still argues with the ref, gets a technical foul, it's still a jump ball, and then Terry Rozier wins at the buzzer.
Yeah.
The way your face is looking, Deon, that's how
Yeah, like Draymond, like we up. We already up.
Or what about when he tried to draw the
It's a
foul on
regular season.
3-pointer?
You said what?
Remember when he tried to draw that foul on that 3-pointer?
Yeah, he was at
See, y'all
half
watch the
court
Warriors more than I do.
and tried to draw he tried to draw a foul.
Nobody's fouling Dre shooting a 3-pointer.
He just shot it. We like Steph right over there, bro. He did that against Phoenix this year too. Draymond is smart, but sometimes he just does too much. Like he tried to do a give and go, I think with Wiggins or somebody, and just forced it to him before he was even ready. Draymond definitely he made up for it in the finals with his defense, but a lot of these games he was a liability.
Yeah.
Even against Memphis, he was doing a lot. I was like really hoping he got injured. I like Otto, not injured, but I like when he got in foul trouble and Otto Porter was in the game.
Yeah. That's all season right now?
You said what?
Bro said
Who had the best offseason?
Yeah.
On paper, I would say Boston, but I would
You said
say as
Boston?
far as I would say how a team that's structuring their franchise, I really like what Detroit and Sacramento has done as far as building for the future.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Detroit. Not being biased, but Detroit, I really like what they did, man.
They're looking like they building something for sure.
Yep.
I really like. I was high on Jaden Ivey, and
I already
it was
know.
just what we was talking about with Wiggins. I think he fell to the perfect situation. And ironically, Keegan Murray, the guy that went ahead of him, I think he may have went to the right situation as well.
Yeah. Then we got the big fella
Yep.
in the
Jalen Duren, I was high on him too. If you look at it technically, he's supposed to be going into college this year. He reclassified.
now what they need is and they were the guys from our generation that we watch play. He said these young teams like Memphis and these boys, they need a Udonis Haslam, a Jawan,
Thanks.
a Iguodala on their bench.
Yep.
That's what, and we need to sign a free agent that don't play. He go to it, but like I think Draymond was talking about how Jared Dudley is essential to people. Like you need those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Jared Dudley too.
I've been saying for a while, teams need to go out and get a Joe Johnson, go out and get Jamal Crawford. And Crawford said he's been offered some jobs. Even a Earl Watson, people that just can relate to them, teach them how to be a vet. You get what I'm saying? And if the Pistons get that type of role, they had Joe in camp one season, but I think they I forgot who they gave the job to. I think Christian Wood might have actually beat him out, who was a smart pickup for him.
Yeah,
But you can't beat that. But it would have just been good to have, have a vet on this team, teach Cade how to be a professional. You know, kind of even what you saw Sam Cassell doing on the bench with talking to Maxey and Hart. It's just they respect it coming from a vet.
Sam Cassell. There's a lot of legends up here. Sam Cassell.
Out, man. That's just funny.
He said, then you missed one.
Oh, he said the Pistons have talent. I think Ivy's a 2 guard. Yeah, he gonna play the 2.
Yeah, he gonna play the 2, and he could play the 2 because Cade is the size of a small forward.
Right. So on defense, right. I know.
Right. It works.
Yeah, I like the plan too because why I like that again. I like that Murray didn't fall to them because I didn't want them to have to compete with minutes with Sadiq Bey. I like him. So I just like when the pieces fit. I don't say you need to draft for I don't say you draft for fit, but if you can get the talent to play their role and it's not overlapping, to me, you don't want to be Orlando. All these point guards. So you got Cole Anthony, Markelle Fultz, Jalen Suggs, who probably all think they're gonna be great. Who gonna play their role? Then you got thank you. Then you got Mo Bamba, who was a 6'10". Now you pulling in Banchero, who was the other cat. I can't think of the dude. He was cooling hard in the bubble. Jonathan.
Why you think Cleveland ain't signing a rookie?
Yep. Jonathan Isaac.
Oh, Jalen Suggs.
No. Oh yeah, Jalen Suggs.
Oh, you talking about Isaac?
And I'm gonna tell you, Jalen Suggs disappointed me because Jalen Suggs is supposed to be in the NFL.
Yeah, he was a quarterback, right?
Yeah, he was one of the best quarterbacks in Minnesota, and that's why I didn't know him from basketball. Yeah. I was hoping.
That's crazy.
Then I saw him hoop like his senior year. I was like, oh, he's going to Gonzaga. I didn't know that.
Yeah, to me, he's a good guy, but you hit it right on the head. He looked like he was built to be a quarterback. I think he's 6'4". He would have lit it up. I look at the cat from Kings that just committed to Oregon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it would have been great to see Jalen Suggs. The problem with Jalen Suggs is he's athletic, but he's not uber athletic, I think, for the NBA. He would have been great, I think, in the NFL. You know what I'm saying?
Some of these dudes make bad decisions. Mateen Cleaves made a bad decision.
He was a cornerback, right?
He was going to play. He could have played strong safety in the Big Ten, and he would have been an NFL
at his height. Florida State wanted him.
Rudy Gobert. And hey, he got to believe it. If he don't believe it,
Yeah, if you don't believe it, no one will. I was
tell him don't
laughing.
take no more mics.
You said what?
Tell him don't rub on no more microphones though.
Oh yeah, he was weird. Cause I was watching. I laugh at Gilbert Arenas. Y'all see his reaction to the trade?
No, I saw the thumbnail though. I didn't.
Nah, but he was all like, "Who? What'd you say, cuz?"
So he muted, ain't he?
Yeah, that's why he.
Oh, my bad. I did it on purpose. My bad. Yeah, because I was doing
Oh,
stuff. I didn't want to be loud, but yeah, I said Gilbert. What Gilbert say? My bad.
Oh no, he
Gilbert
was all like, he was like, "I'm waiting for y'all to name a name that was that they gonna miss." I like Gilbert's perspective on a lot of things, and not to go off on a tangent right quick, but him and Draymond, man, they are annoying me with these bad takes. And they want people to be objective and see the full picture. Let's be honest, Gilbert. Talk basketball. How does that fit? Those two
Right.
bigs. How will those two bigs fit? You get what I'm saying? How
Right.
is the spacing going to affect Anthony Edwards?
Right.
So
See, that's why Gilbert, I think Gilbert will be a good developmental coach
yeah,
for people with a certain skill set.
yep.
But he couldn't coach overall. But he could definitely, if you're a scoring guard and you need Gilbert to be a good dude to talk to.
Yeah.
But yeah, they getting
Like,
short they take.
like Trey Young.
And Draymond trying to play politics just in case they can get KD again, and like we don't see that. Like, come on, dog.
But let's be realistic, and let's just talk about that right quick. If you just won with Wiggins, you see his two-way ability. KD is definitely declining as a defensive player, just a basketball player overall, even though he's great.
Yeah.
Why would they even want to consider mortgaging their future, but what, to try to guarantee
One more
two
ring.
more championships?
Yeah.
When you're good enough to do it with this roster.
Dre,
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not. You know Durant, my guy.
Dre is he's been on a wave of giving Steph all his praise and slightly disrespectful. And I'm like, to keep it a buck. He said something on his podcast. He said, I wouldn't be who I am without them, but I don't think they would be who they are without me. And I've said, when San Antonio was doubling Steph and Pop called him Michael Jordan, Draymond was on the bench. Dog.
The Hawks toast, man. They're not
He
winning.
added to that squad 100%. But I think he overvalued himself because, like, he said he dominated the game. No, you played better. I don't know.
Let's be real. And what you saying just kind of had this thought come in my head. If Draymond was honest, I think that game 4 did something to him.
He did.
No, he did. But
Yeah.
I really think is if you look at it, because I was like, why is he going out discrediting Steph, talking about they needed KD to win, or they wouldn't have won another one without him. And then you going off with the, you somewhat okay with trading your future for KD. I think what it is, I'm gonna just throw it out there. I think he's starting to see how expendable he is. If we get Kuminga to just be a little smarter,
Yeah.
Wiggins can give us your refunding. We got Wiseman.
Yeah.
Steph is still the sole, you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking at the team yesterday, and it was Summer League. Even though they lost, you even see they rooks still trying to make an extra pass from the offense. So Draymond, your role kind of becomes more expendable. And then he even talked about it at the end of that one podcast. I think he even, when he was saying the stupid take about KD and how their business, I don't think it was a mistake how he threw in his extension date is in August.
Yeah. It sure did put up in there. But what people gonna miss out on, and people, because he said so much crazy stuff. people not going to extend that point where he said the game he was rattled. He feels like the reason why Steph was so emotional because Steph was protecting him and Steph went crazy on them boys. That's the leader. And with Gerald with that GP2, I don't think his expectations are gonna be too high. They're gonna expect him to play D. He ain't gonna get the ball as much because Portland don't move the rock like that.
No, they
So they
don't.
like go out and play D and grab the rebound. Because Portland, they play high pick and roll and they ain't dribble, shoot or pass.
I think with GP2, just going to Gerald's question, that guy, I don't blame him for taking the money. If you went, nah, if you been pretty much in and out the G League since 2016, haven't found a way to stick, you got to think. Let's go back to last year. He's on the Warriors Summer League team. He was really cut at the end of the season. And the guys advocated for him to be on the team, I think, over Avery Bradley. And they end up signing him. So you got to think, 9 months ago or whatever, I was basically about to be at the league, and now I'm about to get $27 million guaranteed.
Yeah. I see y'all. Thanks for the ring, but I'm out.
Yeah, look. And the Warriors, they wanted to keep him. They offered 6. They was going to give him 6. I think they're full mid-level. Not to get too nerdy, but at the same time, for them to pay that as much money as they make, and already what they have on the roster, that $6 million would have basically been like an $80 million contract.
Yeah.
So I don't blame him.
That's why they got DiVincenzo with that lesser money.
Yeah, he took 4.5.
And Dre and Steph went after it.
Yeah.
They know
Like
how
that
to
wasn't
recruit,
that.
man. They know how to. I give them that.
Look, I'm gonna tell you what. If I'm Dante and Steph Curry call my phone and be like, "Come hoop with me,"
Yeah.
unless y'all trying to pour, I'm coming to hoop with you.
Right, man. What's up? Right.
You look at with Dante, and you even see what happened with Otto Porter, and that's why I tell people, like, don't be too nervous about the Warriors' move. Like, of course, if they could have brought back Otto and GP2,
But that happened to all championship teams. Go ahead.
yeah, I would have did that.
But they had people in the tuck
Yeah,
because if Wiseman is healthy, that's that lobster drill talking about. If you can play that jumper role, and if Kuminga a little bit smarter up here, and let Moody could freaking get some more minutes, and Dante fits his role, they should be better, and they should allow Steph and Clay and Dre to play less minutes in the regular season.
yeah. What you're going to see is, I think what you're going to see a lot is, one, a lot of games that they sit out and win, and then 2, when Steph takes his rest in that fourth quarter, they're just beating the hell out of teams and preserving them. So Steph might not even be in MVP talk next year just because he probably won't be playing that much.
Right. I was about to say that too. Yep.
Well, he only got 1 goal.
Yeah.
Now because he's done everything.
Who your early MVP?